Hello guys, so if you've been following our videos on descriptive data, this will be the last one from the series where I'll be doing a quiz in order to wrap up everything that we've done in descriptive data. So guys, this quiz, if you check on the description box, there's a link that leads you to our Telegram channel where you'll find all the quizzes you can practice with and question papers. So if you want this quiz, you can go to the channel and just download it and print it out, or you can just pause the video and copy the data down. So given a data set like this, what I'll advise you to do is to put this data into your calculator. These are the steps that you can follow to put the data into your calculator. If you do not know how to go about it, please check one of our videos where we explain how to do it. So moving to question number one simply asks you for the mode. So we've covered the mode in one of our videos where I told you that it is the most occurring number. So now what you have to do is look at your data and you have to count, guys. There's no other method or easy way. All I know is that you have to look at your data, you have to count and see which one is the most occurring. So in this example, our answer is 25. So guys, for these I'll advise you guys to just use the calculator. So you follow this to put your data into the calculator. Now there's a video where I show you how to obtain this things using a calculator. So guys, please go and check the video out, and as to save time, I will just write the answers that I got, but please just try and look for those videos and see if you can get the same answers. Yeah, so moving on to number 6 and 7. So guys, you know that this is your lower quartile and this is your upper quartile. So we know that when we determine those two, we are not going to use a calculator, but instead we are going to use what they call the pseudo rank. So if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, you better go and check out a video that covers this things, guys, so that we don't waste time in this video. So you know that the first rule of using the pseudo rank is to arrange your data in numerical order. So guys, also arranging your data in numerical order helps you you can see which value is your maximum value and which one is the minimum, so you can get the range easily. And also you can see that it also assists you in getting your mode, because you can see Ukuti how we got the 25. You can see that 25 is the most occurring number in this data set. So using the pseudo rank, you know that for the pseudo rank to find any percentile, in this case we'll be finding Q1, which is our lower quartile. To find any percentile, we use RK, where our K is 25. There's a video, guys, that covers this. Please be sure to check it out. So we've done number 6 and number 7. Number 6, our answer is 29.25, and our answer for number 7 is 72. So you know, guys, to determine the outliers, the length of the left whisker and right whisker of the box, and whisker of the data, and the direction of the skewness, in order to obtain the answers, you need to construct your box and whisker plot in order to get these answers. So now remember that to determine the length of our whiskers, we need the IQR. And guys, please visit the video where we explain how to construct the box and whisker, so you know that in order to obtain our whiskers, in order to obtain the right whisker, we are going to say Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. So guys, I realized that I never spoke about skewness, or I never mentioned anything about skewness. So just a quick explanation with regards to skewness. So considering a box and whisker, guys, so it's either we can have a data symmetric, or we can have a positively skewed data, which it is skewed to the right, or we can have a negative skewed data, which is skewed to the left. So for us to say that our data is symmetrical, we mean that our box and our whiskers are symmetrical. So meaning that the length of our box, okay, let's say the median cuts our box into two equal parts, and the whiskers are equal. So for us to say that our data is symmetrical, it means that this side equals to this side, the distances are equal. So if you get that the box is symmetrical but the whiskers are not, that means that it does not meet the condition that your data is symmetrical. So both the box and whiskers on either side of the median should be equal for you to conclude that your data is symmetrical. So for negative and positive skewness, how you see them is that considering this example where we got that our data is positively skewed, meaning that it is skewed to the right. So the distance, our distance to the right is greater than the distance to the left, meaning that it is skewed to the right. So a better way to say it is that you can say that the data is always skewed to the longer side. So in this case, like from the median going to the right, it was like 35, the distance was 35, and from the median to the left, the distance was 28. So the longer side, it means that the data is skewed towards that side. I hope you guys understand and get that. So yeah, so that's all we can say about skewness if we are considering a box and whisker plot. Also, this ones you can use when determining the skewness of your dot plot. So in this case, we will say that it is skewed to the right, it is positively skewed. And if your dot plot gives you something like this, then you know that your data is negatively skewed. Oh guys, and I almost forgot something. I almost forgot to mention the stem and leaf. I realized that in all the videos I never mentioned this. So a stem and leaf is also one of the ways you can organize your data, you can represent it. So guys, so in a stem, this side is our stem and this is our leaf. So they always give you a key, guys. There'll always be a key, that key explaining your data. Maybe it will tell you that this means that it is 00, right? So it will always have a key, even if you are the one who's constructing the stem and leaf. You have to show as your key, so that the person who's going to interpret or this data, who's going to use this data, is able to understand and know what does it mean. So basically, so in a stem and leaf, you can see that everything has been arranged in numerical order. And yeah guys, so you can count how many data values you have. So all the calculations we've done in the other videos here in our channel do work and apply when using a stem and leaf. And guys, if you find a situation whereby you have something like this, so this part merely tells you or shows you that there is no value, there is no value in this part. So this is blank, guys. So this is just a trick to see if you really understand your stem and leaf. So basically, there is no value here. You won't go and write ukuti this value is 1. No, there is no value in this row. So it is just a trick to see if do you really understand your stem and leaf. So yeah, you can find your mode, your mean, and all the other stuff you can obtain from a data from a stem and leaf, the way we've been doing. From this data, you can see that our mode is 2, because 2 is the most occurring data value. And for the mean, you can either put this data in a calculator and then determine your mean, and all the other things you can use the equations and methods we've been using to determine them. Thank you guys.